Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Daria Reactions. I am Fred. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. And for those who are new here, we are essentially doing your typical reaction, discussion, commentary series regarding MTV's Daria. But for me, this is also essentially a rewatch. I was in high school when Daria was first airing many years ago, and for the most part, it's been over 25 years since I've seen the majority of the episodes. So this has been like in a way, reliving high school, at least in terms of some of the stuff I used to watch back in the late 90s, going into the early 2000s. So we are towards the end of season 3 at this point. As a matter of fact, this week's episode, Just Add Water, is the 12th episode of season 3, and I don't remember a damn thing about it. Um, Particularly, what we're running into more and more is, as we get into the individual episodes, we're starting to see is like my memory starts to fade, either because the latter seasons of Daria, back end of season 3 was like my um sophomore year, because that was 1999, and season 4 was the year 2000, so that was my junior year, and the final season, well, 2001, was essentially my senior year in high school. So, as you get older and stuff, and as you're going through high school, you're not going to. Well, I have a very damn good memory on a lot of stuff. Um, a lot of things regarding Daria, basically on the second half of the series, is stuff that kind of is like bogged down with a whole bunch of other stuff I had going on at the time, as a high schooler. Case in point, not so much my we'll get more into it, particularly my junior year, because I have definitely a story to tell regarding how screwed up the high school situation was in general. In matter of fact, I should just recorded a separate video regarding that. Um, but either which way, we might do an extra video on that. Either which way, again, for those who don't know, we do this display capture. We circle it out there, and we turn the blur on and off. No, no audio, because we basically are from the episode on the video. Because we try to avoid as many DMCA claims as possible, and not to mention I tend to run my mouth a lot anyway. We get my instant reactions to stuff, particularly if there's an animation error. For me, that's just glaring. So yes, and also as a reminder, we are using the Daria box set. So there we go. So with that said, let's get into it. We're in Just Add Water. No Daria Day intro. What could it possibly be? I don't. Wait, it's like, wait, Daria has meatloaf in school? A casino night for high school? Wait, why would there be a casino night for being ran by a high school? What what sort of shenanigans is Principal Lee up to? Where's Sandy? He's going with Rex. Speaking of Sandy, excuse me. Who the hell is Brent? Again, the passive aggressiveness in between from Sandy towards Quinn, it gets more and more ramped up as the series goes along. Stacy clearly cares. You know, that's the most profound thing Tiffany has said all in the entire third season. Weapons World, the ammo hold, guns, ammo, bombs, gear. Again, what the hell is Principal Lee up to? Helen Morgendorfer is allergic to that type of paper. Yeah, it's now mandatory. So okay, so that's how Daria and Jane end up on a boat. I can only imagine what the hell is going on with Quinn's hair here. Marco? So this dude is a model? What is he, a talcum powder model? I think that's what they said. Okay, this guy's an asshole. It's like... And wait a second. How old is he supposed to be? It was like, this dude is clearly going to be like in his mid to late 30s. Like what the actual hell? And is that like microwavable lasagna? Well, it is a pain. Radioactive Duckman. Wasn't that a show on USA? Wow, she isn't listening to him. Oh yeah, Helen, rethink that. Jake's pissed, and he's justified. Hey, wait a second. Helen was clearly making lasagna. Oh yeah, okay, so there's the lasagna there. And again, I swear, all the Morgendorfers eat is microwavable lasagna. Two big helpings for Jake and Daria. Considering Quinn is so conscious about her appearance, she had two big helpings too. Okay, we'll say this about the Morgendorfers. When it comes to microwavable lasagna, they eat hearty portions. Except for Helen, who has only one piece. Oh wow, Helen gets roped into it too. The one-legged Lothario. Wow, Daria has like bags under her eyes, as does Jane. They're doing like a full-on Six Sad World marathon. And that is simply adorable that they fell asleep watching TV. As So it's like basically Daria and Jane stood up all night together. Tube tops are always in style. Daria's asleep. The Princess Fairy. You know, oh, wait a second. Is this going to end up like Titanic in some shape, way, or form, where the ship is going to sink? Poor Mr. DiMartino. I bet he has a gambling addiction. He does. He does. It's. He, kill him, kill him, Mister. Kill him. Do it. Mr. DiMartino, again, he should not be here. Holy shit! Mr. O'Neill just slapped the shit out of him. Yes, it would be ironic. You know, at least Mr. DiMartino holds Daria in high regard. She is very angular. Wow, what's up with the coloring in the shot is just awful. What the hell happened? It's literally a different, entirely different shade. Wow, it's like again, it's like they pulled. It's like they pulled the footage from something else, so before it was color corrected for a broadcast. Great looks for the fashion club in general here. Yet again, you can tell the coloring difference there because in one shot, Tiffany's hair was jet black, and then in the close-up shot, you can actually see the details in her hair. I think that's actually the first time I saw that much details in Tiffany's hair. And so, since we were able to see a lot of Tiffany's hair, that's actually a great look in general for her. And Stacy is such a bitch, and it's awesome. And here comes the Quinn's. Mr. DiMartino's winning. Yep. He again, his gambling addiction is kicking in. Oh boy, the ship is going to crash, isn't it? Wow. That's a terrible look. Grog, yes. You know, it's like, how old is this character next to Helen? It has to be like pushing like 60 or 70. No cash only, no credit. Helen's gonna play poker. Jake's gonna get in trouble, isn't he? Yeah, Jake is definitely getting into trouble. Daria and Jane had the right idea. Find a place to kick back and lay down. They aren't a mile high, Kevin. They were there the entire time. Oh, they're hanging out on the poop deck. I just realized what that sign says. Oh boy, run, Jake, run! Mr. DiMartino just having a bad time. He was winning earlier. Oh, and here comes Helen. The lifeboat's going to end up being, yeah, there goes the lifeboat. Yeah. Good job, Kevin. Well, they're on a lifeboat in the middle of nowhere. Be like James Bond. Again, this is an episode where there's a bunch of bad color shifting in terms of the animations to the cells. So I will refer to the insert afterwards. I mean, seriously, look at, it's like, again, it's a completely different shade again. Yeah, well, act like, pretend you don't care, Quinn. You'll go far in life. Exactly. Back to sleepy time for both of them. No, no, yeah. Well, Mr. DiMartino is a bit short. Helen and Principal Lee are going at it. Daria is trying to sleep. Oh boy, Daria is pissed. Yeah. Yeah, she did. Yeah. No, Daria got pissed off enough to actually do something nice for Quinn. Well, Kevin's dead again. They found the matches? Wait, where's Mrs. Branch? Whoa. Well, here's the Titanic reference. Here's Mrs. Branch. I knew it. I had a feeling. I had a feeling that she was coming, and she shoves her off. This is like Mr. O'Neill. The captain is drunk, and they're heading right for a garbage barge. He's Jake is actually right here. No, they're not. That ain't fog. That's not the fog. Look, the fashion club is generally pissed off back there. Yep. Nope. Nope. Yeah, definitely a Titanic episode here. Oh, they got the life preservers and stuff, and life jackets. So that's more than the Titanic ever had. Wait, how shallow is that water? No, seriously, how shallow is it? Sandy got dumped. So yeah. Wow, it was like, get into it, Mr. O'Neill, get into it. Get you some, man. Aw, that is so adorable. The wet hair look for Daria and Quinn, excuse me, and for Daria and Jane is quite awesome. He has his own car. He was showing up. Hit up, yeah. Brittany is mad. Yeah, okay. This was a fun episode. No real complaints here. It's a bit thin on its overall plot and the premise of the casino night, but as an excuse to get everyone on the boat and to have certain like degrees of different degrees of character interaction. It was very enjoyable, especially once things started escalating. Mr. DiMartino, clearly he has a gambling problem, and that served as a nice bridge to get for him to clean out Mr. O'Neill, who gets Helen involved in the poker game. So that's was pretty solid there. The consultant's wife hitting on Jake got a little bit uncomfortable. Quinn having to deal with being stood up and then taking advice from Daria in terms of how to deal with it. That was a nice little bit there. The fashion club annoying as a sleep deprived Daria was also a great bit there. And again, I would say the ultimate payoff for Daria and Jane, like staying up all night watching a 6 Sad World marathon and trying to get to sleep. Is like they end up resting their heads briefly on Quinn's shoulder. So it was like that's a nice little payoff in its own way. There, it was a cute little scene. Mrs. Branch shoving the consultant's wife off the front of the show of the boat and telling Mr. O'Neill to get his hands on her waist. Again, obviously the obvious Titanic reference is obvious, and then them just making out after the ship has crashed. And it's like, yeah, get in there, Mr. O'Neill. Granted, he was going to end up on his back or probably submerged in the water was how he was tilting backwards. Oh, Brittany and Kevin being off in the lifeboat, it was kind of cute. Just to have them there and then move them off for their own little antics. The issues between Jake and Helen, in terms of Helen not being supportive of Jake and stuff, to an extent that is true. But at the same time, she does care deeply for him. But it's just like it was bad circumstances where she was trying to take some microwavable lasagna out of the microwave. And again, I am thoroughly convinced all the Morgan Door for Z, like day after day after day, is microwavable lasagna. Or at the very least, if you assume every episode of Daria takes place, at the very least, has at least one night of the week taking place on a Thursday, based on when the episode's originally airing on Thursday nights on MTV. Okay, microwavable lasagna night. I can buy that for like 2 dimes and a nickel. Basically a quarter. Anything else? This was also another case. This episode also had issues with like animation errors and stuff. And so let me just remind myself of the insert here where it says this collection does have all the episodes in the highest quality, most complete versions that could be found. It's like, again, could be found, which does raise a major question. How much of Daria is lost media? Like, we're talking, obviously, like the original broadcast versions with a lot of the licensed music of the late 90s. I think in some international markets and stuff, like where Daria was dubbed, those versions exist, but the English versions don't unless you have them taped. Unless there was like an earlier... No, was there earlier Daria DVDs? If there were, those versions might be in circulation. But I doubt it. No, wait, because Daria came out in 1997. That was season 1. Season 3 is 1999. There is maybe a slim chance, like, if the first couple of seasons were released on DVD, and like in the early 2000s, potentially those versions that might have the licensed music if, something was worked out. I know for this box set, they is blatant that there was none of the licensed music. Hence, there's the insert. And of course, this is not, as a reminder, this is not the original case for the box set. I replaced it because the original case was more shit than some of the animation errors and things along the way. Oh, and by the way, I have been thinking, even though we're probably several months away from it, it's like, what could follow Daria down the road in terms of a different reaction series? Just saying. Just saying, if you made it to the end of this video, once we're done with the Daria series, yeah. Plus the... yeah. Not saying what it is, but if you saw it, You know exactly what I have in mind. But again, we're still several months away from that. So with that said, thank you very much for watching. Tighten your friendship bracelet, stay safe, like, comment, subscribe if you're so inclined. And we'll see you Friday of this week. With the no, because I'm recording this. This is recording a week after. This is being posted from a week after I'm recording it. So it's like, so I have to come up with something for this upcoming Friday from when this video is live on YouTube. But so I was about to talk about what was premiering last Friday, but you know, it's weird when you record stuff in advance and have a set schedule. Oh well. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video, folks. Have a good one.